Confetti. Confetti. Soon we're here with airplanes, bugs, flowers, cars, people, guitars. Little bits and pieces of this and that. Them, they, us, those. Spiders, birds, crawfish, ducks. City streets, buildings, leaves, and trees. What do you think it all means? Soap opera. What? Soap opera. Villains, heroes, lizards. Weird visual stuff, weird oral stuff. Music, water, rocks. Flying saucers, UFOs. Street festivals. Greensboro. Confetti. 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 Confetti.
I'm Randy Pettitt, the voice of Bowman Gray Stadium. I do the public address announcing, and I work for Universal Services here in Winston-Salem, and we do the public relations and handle the advertising for the stadium and print the program that is sold to the patrons.
So this is part of your full-time job, huh?
Yeah, this is kind of like a part-time job for me. I started here as a high school student announcing football games. Hartford and Reynolds High Schools here in Winston-Salem played their football games here, and I started announcing junior varsity games, and the position became available to become the Reynolds football announcer, and that's kind of how I got my foot in the door here at the stadium.
So how long have you been announcing?
This will be my fourth season. I was kind of a part-time pinch hitter, if you will, for the regular guy when he was, was out for whatever reason. And he decided that he had some other things that he wanted to do, and it became available, and I was just really glad to come in and start doing it.
So had you considered radio as a career, perhaps?
Well, yes, but I'm pretty busy. My full-time employment was Southern Motor Racing, and I go to a lot of Winston Cup races that are before and after the stadium season, so I really don't have a lot of time to pursue that. But that is something that I'd really like to do one of these days.
Had you done any racing yourself?
Well, no. One of my family members raced here in what used to be the blunderbuss division. They were luxury model cars, and I would come. It was my uncle. I would come with my uncle here, and that kind of bolstered what interest I already had in the stadium here, and I've always been a fan of the racing here.
So you hope to continue being the announcer for you?
I'll do it as long as they'll have me, until they kick me out.
Do you think that they would let you have like a celebrity drive and let you drive around with other...
Well, we have morning practices here every Saturday, and I have gotten in some of the cars and played a little. That's probably pacified what itch I have to go racing. So, I would like to try it sometime, yeah. But who's going to announce? I guess if I could get one of the drivers to announce, maybe they'd let me race.
How involved do you think the fans are here?
We have some of the best fans in the world, because I go to a lot of the Winston Cup races and other weekly tracks. And, all race fans are great. We just feel like ours are extra special because a lot of our fans will go down in the pits and talk to the drivers after the races. And, if one of them gets sick or injured or something, they're right there behind them, all the way. So our fans are great. They're with these drivers, and they keep up with them year-round, whether they're racing or not. The fastest that any of the cars get here are modified division cars, which are modified V8 engines. They reach top speed of 90, 95 miles an hour on straightaways. But the other cars, most of them are in the neighborhood of 60 to 70 miles an hour top speed. So at those kind of speeds, and with a metal guardrail that we have that has posts in the ground that tends to give, that makes it a lot safer. When you hit a concrete wall, the wall's not going to move any, but this guardrail kind of gives a little, and that keeps the injuries down to a minimum. And very rarely, in fact, do we have any serious injuries here. They're usually something along the lines of maybe a sprained wrist or something of that nature, but nothing serious.
Are you pretty much on top of car numbers and drivers, or do you have your people to help prompt you as to who's...
I have a few cheat notes, but basically I have it all memorized.
Great.
I was an actor in high school, and when you've got to memorize a 90-page play, when you come here and have to memorize sponsors and drivers in 4 divisions, it's kind of similar to memorizing a short play.
Great. Well, I want to thank you for your time. I know you're pretty busy and you got to get back in there. I just want to thank you.
Sure. I'd just like to invite all the fans in Greensboro to the stadium.